beautiful people. Happy my Friday. It's actually my Wednesday, but I'm officially done with work until Tuesday morning. Thank goodness. I'm going to tell you something funny. I'm going to be inappropriate, but so I get it that when I'm not there, people would need answers to questions. But this is this is how it works in my world. I got asked to look up something from last year to do the work on it in case it happens while I'm off. I'm not up against a deadline. Nobody's saying anything. But the expectation is that if they came out and said we needed to do it, that we'd have to turn it around on their deadline, even though they didn't give us any notice. And I literally said to my boss, I said, so are you telling me you want me to do work that isn't even necessary just in case? Like, what the hell's the logic? Okay. Just had to get that off my chest because I just thought it was the most ridiculous thing. Okay. So another ridiculous thing is Facebook kind of blocked me or did some shit. So I'm a little not impressed with that either. It's fine. I'm going to go chill out and be off of social media as soon as I'm done with you, which maybe the universe is telling me that's what I need to do. Give technology a break. I think I will be in bed soon. Back to back 3 a.m. days are not boding well for me. I love the mornings and I love being up and I love all that I get done by like 8 o'clock, but now here it is 5, 6 o'clock at night and I'm kind of useless. So our letter today was N, and I'm going to not elaborate on my favorite, but there was one person said nookie and naps, and then there was some other votes for naked. So I was sensing a theme there, and I can appreciate that. Those are good self-care activities. The other two that I'm just going to touch on briefly is nurture. So there's a lot of things that when we're in recovery, we should be nurturing ourselves, for starters, our relationships, our beliefs, our hobbies. We should just nurture our whole development and life and pay attention to that and give, what's the right word? If you're nurturing something, you want to take care of it and help it thrive and grow. I think of nurture with baby animals or flowers, little delicate seedlings. Got to be careful and you got to get them to grow. And finally, the last word is notice. And notice is another one of those words that, you could be given a notice. You could put someone on notice. But what I wanted to just touch on was noticing our surroundings, noticing how people act, just noticing, like being present. And I will tell you that this is not something that comes easily to me. I've been practicing. I try to, when I walk home now, when I leave Karen and I'm coming back, and I'm coming back, I try to notice the walk itself and look at the leaves and the trees and the what's going on and how the flowers had bloomed since last time. Notice the sounds and the steps. And this all comes from trying to learn more about being in the present moment. The Eckhart Tolle stuff that I'm trying to learn, having so much exposure to Paul and Recovery Elevator and how they show up talking about the present moment. It's very fascinating. And the biggest part for me that I can work on to get there is this noticing my breathing, noticing the wind blowing. it goes on and on and on. And the other part of notice is if you're a day away from gambling, 3 days away from gambling, 3 years away from gambling, take notice of your progress. And even if you did gamble today and you made some sort of progress, maybe you didn't lose as much as normal, or maybe you were honest about it where in times you weren't. But notice those things so that you can give yourself credit when you need credit and give yourself some motivation when you need it. But you can't do any of that if you're not noticing what's going on. Notice your feelings. That's another tough one for me that has been a work in progress. First, I had to figure out how to feel my feelings and then notice them and identify them. And it's weird because I still haven't sorted all that out yet. I know uncomfortable. I know afraid. I know fear and afraid when I think about critters and stuff, especially. But I haven't sorted out all of my emotions yet, but trying to notice that they're happening. And I think Neil told us, we notice them and then we should let them, go flow through instead of burying them in our bucket. He didn't say bucket. I'm onto this bucket thing and I'm going to leave it that way. But we can't fix or handle or modify anything unless we notice that it needs fixing or handled or modified. So food for thought on notice. And I guess just so we leave on a happy note, I'm going to say nails. It was so nice to get my nails done last month. They're already growing too long, but they're purple and they're pretty and I'm happy about them. And that's all that really matters. All right, beautiful people. I am going to go have dinner and go to sleep. Bye.